Welcome to Tooper's Travels. Another escapade today. I'm at Renishaw Hall in Eckington. So let's explore. A nice little hall. Fortunate the house is not open. Another one I failed on. But there'll be another time I can come back. But we'll have a look around gardens and there's a few follies and things. We'll just have a quick look at it and give you some more information. Right, we'll spin it round and have a quick look round, okay? This is the residence swimming pool. I think I've been here earlier, but you can have a quick look at it. And that pump in the middle, that fountain, was the first addition in the gardens, allegedly. Bit beautiful, like. Let's talk about Renishaw Hall. So I'm just going to go via the two statues up the steps into the front lawn. Beautiful. And that's the hall in its full glory. So the house was built by George Sitwell in 1625. George Sitwell was the High Sheriff of Derbyshire in 1653, was born 1601 and died 1667. The original house was built with proceeds from a coal mine at Eckington Marsh, and the house is a grade 1 listed, has been owned the Sitwell family for 400 years, well, nearly 400 years. A bit more information about, so obviously started with a coal mine, what I've just mentioned, and then afterwards George Sitwell began mining iron ore. He grew his business through exports to Virginia and the West Indies. Obviously the English Civil War needed weapons that were produced with iron ore, so he passed that on to the actual the country. He built a blast furnace in partnership with his mother's second husband at Plumley, 1 mile west Eckington, in 1630. So that's where all the wealth come from, the house. Originally, I think there's 10 rooms, specific rooms, even though there's more rooms in the property, if you know what I mean, but 10 principal rooms within the property. Nice weather vane on top of that, I think we saw that earlier. But yeah, beautiful. In 1652 he built a furnace at Foxbrook Close to Renishaw, which became the largest ironworks in Derbyshire. By 1660 was the England's biggest manufacturer of iron ore, and his furnace was producing 10% of the UK's output. In 1656 he installed a rolling mill and a slitting mill at Renishaw to supply rod iron used by numerous local nail makers. So he knew what he was doing, didn't he? His business. And also they produce scythe and sickle makers with iron ore. When descendant Francis Sitwell sold ironworks in 1791, his income was worth £500,000. That in today's money is about £60,807,275 and 18 pence. Bloody hell, that's a lot of money, that. So that's how this was all built, with money from coal, iron ore, and obviously there is a sawmill what further down the lake, which I'll touch on later. But amazing. It's a big estate and all. I think there's about 300 acres of land, maybe 500, 300, 500. I'll have to check on that to make sure. But yeah, beautiful. Just a few more facts about house. Obviously, it was built in stages. Originally, it was like an X shape, and then extra wings were built on afterwards. It's constructed using ashlar. We've heard that word before, stone, haven't we? And coarse rubble, coal measured sandstone, with serenated, so it's crenellated parapets with pinnacles and a pitched slate roof. It is 500 acres, the land on it. But Sandstone, that ashlar, we've heard about them before on my previous videos. Certain buildings must have been, at the time it was being done, when things were being built with that stuff. Right, we'll have a look round. We've still got about half an hour left. And as you can see, this is the original entrance into the actual house. It's like a lodge entrance. We'll have a quick look round and tell you a bit more about that coat of arms on top and all. So on top you can see coat of arms. A bit more information about, let me try and zoom it on for you, make it a bit more better for you. You can see that, if you can see that as much. So Sitwell coat of arms were granted in 1660. The arms is a barrier of 8 or vert change with 3 lion rampant sable. The crest is a demi-lion rampant erased sable holding between the paws on the execution per pult or vent, and the motto reads Nicade Malis, which is Latin, yield not to misfortune. That's what that's about. There's two of them, there's one on front at the house as well. So this will be the it's like a lodge bit, this. Would have had a roof at some stage, this. Like a castle bit, in it. With a Gothic archway. And this would have been the entrance into it. Look at this again from top side. Just try and zoom in on that coat of arms again for you. I think this is a public footpath anyway. And obviously that's your gateway into actual grounds. Not saying go over the fence, we've paid. And this is the Renishaw fishing pond. I'll just walk to end at Peg and show you around it. I think it was built between 1793 and 1808 by a guy from Sheffield called Joseph Badger. I'll speak about him later because there's something else in garden. I think it was something foliage in garden. But as you can see, we've got a couple of swans in there and all. Pair of swans, one's feeding up bottom. Must be a private fishing club, this. But yeah, it's quite nice. Bit its sun's gone in again, and as per usual, troops has struck again. And a coot as well. And this is the old sawmill. Possibly would have been powered by water and all at some stage because some wheels there. Some type of sluice gate there, which would have been from the pond. Pity I can't get inside to have a look at it. And at some stage I think it would have been powered by steam or from coal. That's what the big chimney's for. I don't know how old it is, I don't know when this stopped producing wood what we cut. See if I can get a big girder here. As you can see, that's the wheels, which would have been connected to some type of belt for the actual the saw to work. And that would have been the boiler, possibly, and that would have gone up there, that chimney. So that's the old sawmill at Renishaw Hall, opposite the first fish pond. there we have it. The old sawmill. Like a lodge in it. And this is the second pond. So if you can see coot having a wash, it's having a bath. There's quite a number of coats there, and there's been a couple trying to have it off, them too. Quite a big pond on estate. As you can see, I don't know how long it takes to go walk round it, but it would take a while, I suppose. But that's your second pond. That's just at well, to my right at Sawmill. Right, onto another garden folly. So this is the Wilderness and Classic Temple. Looks like we've got some Roman columns around it, not Corinthian columns. The statue, I'm not sure what the statue was about. This is a garden folly. I think it was done by that other gentleman. I'll put his name because I can't remember off the top of my head. I think he was responsible for this folly as well as that lodge gatehouse we looked at. It's got 8 columns around it. I should imagine it dates back from 1700s this. I will try and find out exactly what it's about. And the sun's come out for a change. Hello, missus. But no signs. Plenty of bluebells as well knocking about. Surrounded by bluebells. Have another quick look round it while we get opportunity. There's a few people come now. So 8 columns round it and a statue of whoever that is. Very similar to the one at Wentworth, but obviously that's a bigger version. Probably cost them a lot more money as well. It's still impressive, one way or other. And this is the secret garden. Plenty of carp in it. Got your carp, a big one there. Have a nosy around it, see what we've got. That's the hall there as well. Some big carp in there. More information about this shortly. This is the secret garden, across the bridge. And this is a statue of cellist Amaryllis Fleming, half sister of Ian Fleming, the James Bond connection, Ian Fleming. So this was his half sister playing the violin. There's a statue of her. And also this here as well. So these Malice royalty trees were planted by Rupert West DL, Master of Worship Company of the Fruitiers. So these some type of Malice royalty trees. If they bear fruit. But yeah, that's the Ian Fleming statue relation. Centre of the gardens. Nice little robin already. We'll have a look at the back of the house now. Just have a quick look at it around the back. Like I said previously, it's not open to the public today. Would be a dual ticket on a Friday, I think. £17 for the house and the gardens. I'll look at that shortly as well. Have a quick look down here. Bell tower. Just interested about estate colours, like Wentworth have got like a blue colour. These have got like a different type of colour, the doors. And then Chattalis is the same colour as well, I suppose. So literally, your estate colours, a subline sea green, which we can see on doors. So that's your estate door. That's the doors. Obviously I think Chatsworth have got a different colour, and I think Wentworth is like a blue. Just a pity it's not open, but hope you've enjoyed that anyway, and I'll catch you on next adventure. Right, this bit is known as the candle garden. So in theory it looks like a candlestick, doesn't it? But we'll have a quick look at it. The first candle and the second candle is at the other side of this middle lawn, which is that bit there. But we'll have a quick look at this. Pity the fountains aren't working. So this is the candle gardens. We'll just have a spin round. We'll go to the middle lawn now. Beautiful. They do a lot of good work with this garden. You can see we all edges trimmed nice and neat. It's just like stone, isn't it? But it's actually trees. And that's your swimming pool, which we'll have a look at that shortly. Oh, and some moo cows and all, some cows. Beautiful. First time I've been to Renishaw Hall before. I will come again when I can get in the house, that is. I always seem to pick my days when I can't get in places, unfortunately, but I'll get a bit more information about the hall shortly. And that's the ballroom garden there, but it's obviously private, can't go in there. That's where the ballroom would be, in there. And this is the second candle, which I spoke about earlier. The fountain, both of them are made of marble from a quarry near Verona, according to form. But they're not working though. Some type of grape on there, like a vase. And all these faces. Lovely place this. Nice veranda up there as well. Beautiful. Nice little statue of a guy carrying his dog. I don't know what that means, but it's definitely carrying a dog on his shoulder. Might have been injured or something. It looks like a hunting dog to me. And then to the northeastern corner of the garden, this is the chapel end, which is named after the 19th century ballroom, which is that side there. According to form, these two yew trees, which will be that one and that one, were the first trees to be planted here by Sir George himself. I'm not really up on trees, but I should imagine these will be the yew trees. Them two there. And obviously this statue is known as the Oceanic Flower, creation of Sitwell's friend Fior de Enriquez, and was installed in 1995. So this is the statue known as the Oceanic Flower. And quite an interesting one up here as well. Lots of bluebells, keep away from them when they step on. This is like a statue where, well, it's somebody who's sat down crouched with the head in a leaf. You can see that. So that's the legs, that's the upper body, that's the arms, and their head's inside a leaf. You can see that properly. Obviously lots of flies, bit overgrown. And then at this side of the house there's some type of Neptune sculpture, but looks at that. I think it's Neptune sculpture anyway. And this looks like it's some type of Corinthian columns. I don't know where they've come from, but it's definitely limestone, that. And that's the corner piece of the house what we're at afterwards. Right, let's have a wander down here, see what we can see. Nice pair of statues. This is the Labyrinth Tunnel and Woodland Garden. There's plenty of bluebells, as you can see, loads of bluebells. Plenty of holly as well. There is a statue down here, a memorial statue, so when we get further down we'll have a quick look at it and tell you what it is. So this is the memorial. This is the memorial statue. It's a memorial for police officer who died in the King's Cross fire in 1987. Let's have a quick look at it. Yeah. See what this plaque says about it. So it's a policeman by an artist called Ivor Roberts Jones, or the sculpture. Ivor Robert Jones was moved to make this sculpture as a memorial to those policemen who lost their lives at King's Cross disaster in 1987. At the time there was no public commemoration or acknowledgement of the sacrifice such officers had made over the years. Michael Winner linked with the tribute to his own contribution to their remembrance. Michael Winner, is he the guy who did Death Wish? You know, he said, "Calm down dear, it's a minute." I don't know if it's made of, but it's quite a large one, isn't it? Very nice though, isn't it? It's a nice memorial for him, and that looks like the fire. Looks like the fire, bless him. And then just off this path, there's some type of trellis going off, a trellis garden. Be nice when it's all grown. Very nice. Takes some time and dedication to get the gardens like this done, it surely. But lots of bluebells. And that's your trellis. Right, we'll make our way back up to the gardens now and see what else we can see. It's well worth a visit, this place, to be fair. It's cost what, £9.50, but it's worth a visit. I'd come again. Obviously when the house were open, so I can look at that house as well. And it's on your doorstep really. It's only Eckington way, innit? Renishaw. Right, let's look at this one then, shall we? Have a nosy at this. A little bit unsure which one this is now. I don't know if this is the Gothic Gate. Basically, it was built in the early 19th century, built by Joseph Badger of Sheffield. It's eight-sided sandstone structure with open Gothic arches that we use as an aviary, and also a cemetery for dogs. Got names around here, dogs: Charlie, Chica, Chili, Pippa. It would have been an aviary at some stage. Just sandstone, you can see it's weathering. Like another folly, isn't it, really? In theory. Very similar to Chatsworth when, no, not Chatsworth, Ardwick Hall, when you go into the entrance bit, into the hall area, and on the path. Got something very similar to this. But that's the Gothic Gate, which was also the pet cemetery, as I already mentioned previously. Have a look round here, so we'll have that's the stable block in front of us. We'll have a quick look round the stable block, and I'll show you the entrance where you pay, and then we'll have a look round the gardens. That is your entrance, that little cabin thing there at the side. Information board, you've got your info tickets, your gardens, your vineyard, your toilets, and your car park. And apparently you're not allowed to go in that bit area. I've just come from, it's private, but there's no gates locked, so didn't really understand it should be locked if it's closed. And now we're just going to enter the actual stable block, which is now a cafe. There's also a museum here on the left hand side as well. Same again there, you go there, the coat of arms again, if you can see that bit better. Coat of arms, like I said before, Sitwell coat of arms were granted in 1660. The barrier of 8 on the arms of a charged with 3 lines after the saddle and the crest in the middle. So on the top you can see a weather vane with an horse on it, north, south, east and west, and the coat of arms, like I say. So the crest in the middle, it's rampant raised, just give me a second, raised sable holding between pairs of Equusian, Palt or Vert, and then the motto Ni cade malice, in Latin, yield not misfortune, or yield not to misfortune. Right, we'll have a quick look in here. That's possibly Georgian. Might look at that bit there, 17th century. I'm going to a courtyard now. Some type of steam engine. So that's your restaurant there, cafes on the side. So this is the Tsar of Russia, ordered a number of the straw burning steam engines from Ruston and Lincoln, made in Lincoln these. Ormsby. No, it's not working now, but it's quite interesting, isn't it? Just look at it. So you can see this is the front of the Renishaw Hall. Would be the entrance, I believe. Currently not open, apparently open on Fridays. It's I think it's £9.50 for the gardens, and when it's open it's £17 for the tour and gardens, which is on a Friday, apparently I've been told. Have a quick look at this. This would be the entrance of it. The grand entrance with the ball a bit to save you getting wet. If you can see that, there's not in there. I've just been told it's private, that bit. Never mind. I got the shot I wanted real in theory. Initially it would have been an H-shaped building, so that would have been one side of the H, that would have been the other side, and that would have been the one in the middle, and it were later extended, probably that side and that side. But we'll go have a walk into gardens and have a quick look round and get a bit more information. So as you can see, that would be the H shape. That's one, the first line, the second line, and that would have been the middle. These two wings would have been built at a later stage and then further on for that ballroom. But it's beautiful. Look at that for a chimney stack and a veranda. Imagine having your breakfast on there on a summer's morning. But very nice. Little verandas here, lots of like blinds inside, wooden blinds. And a weather vane up there, another weather vane. And a flagpole. I wonder if that'll be Union Jack Week, coronation. Next Saturday. But beautiful, like I say, worth the visit. Renishaw Hall. And this is the swimming pool. Some nice little steps. They're a bit mucky though. I wouldn't like to paddling in with all flies in it. However, the fountain's not working, is it? The fountain. But very picturesque. My favourite word again. Picturesque. And you go around here and that's the front of the house. Beautiful gardens. And to back end at Gordon, obviously a lovely little ornamental chair there. And obviously these here views, that's the second lake. How lovely is that? And if you look there, there's a couple of statues, but we'll have to try and find out what they are. I can't really date stuff like this without information, but I'll try anyway for you. Just a word of warning, if you do come to Renishaw Hall, there is crocodiles, so be very, very careful. I'm joking of course, but yeah, there we go. A snapper, crocodile or alligator, big elephant and a little giraffe. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little escapade with Renishaw Hall. Please like, subscribe and share, as it is growing me, well, not fan base, I wouldn't say fan base, but my subscribers are up to 128, a few more be handy. It's free, it don't cost you note. So if you want to share it with your friends, like, thumbs up, or give me some suggestions, what people would like to see. But yeah, happy with that, to be fair. Lovely day, no rain, that's a bonus. Right, we'll catch you later, thanks for watching, bye.